What is going on YouTube? My name is Opan. Welcome to the studio. And I'm going to show you how to take a sample and build onto it. How to take a sample and really make it your own. So this is what our sample sounds like. I got it off a Splice. This is a guitar sample with a little bit of bass in it. All right. And this is a loop, hi-hat loop that I got from somewhere. I kind of don't remember. With the sample, it sounds like this. I mean, throw a kick and a snare on that, and you might have enough for a sufficient beat, but it could also sound like this. All right, so what did we do? Well, first, I'm kind of going to take you back from scratch. In fact, I did record this whole video, me making the beat, but didn't record the audio. So, silly me. But subscribe to the channel to show that all this effort doesn't go towards nothing. So first what I did, obviously we have our sample, and I'm just going to mute everything for right now that's not the sample, and we'll bring it in one by one. So I'm listening to that and I'm thinking, what can I play with this? So if I go to this keyboard here, oh, there we go. I'm first thinking of chords that kind of go with this. Obviously, this sample has the key there for me, D sharp minor. And one way to figure that out, D sharp minor, didn't spell that all the way right. And then you can look here and it'll show you what keys that is. So for me, or for D sharp minor, that's all the black keys, and then E sharp, which is F, and B. So that's the scale. And now that you have that, you can go ahead and kind of play around with some chords. So find chords, find whatever works. That's what I did, and I came up with these chords. So that's what it sounds like, although I played it on a synth and not on that keyboard. I bounced that synth down, and it sounds like this. Let's actually turn the volume for it up. And when you're adding to a sample or making melodies, you don't have to overcomplicate things thinking of all these different chord progressions. I took that same chord progression that's right wherever it is. Oh, I think I deleted it. That same chord progression that's right here. I took that same chord progression and then copied it to this other instrument, which I also have here. But with the plugins, sounds like this. Right? And then I took that and bounced it down here. So those two together sound like this. Right? And then after effects and panning and all that, we got it sounding like this with the main melody. so I have those sounds. And then what I did after that is I went ahead and put in this bass. Sounds like this. Right? So that with everything. Right, nice and fun. So already, just with a couple of chords, we layered something onto that main sample, and that's enough for now. You don't have to do too much. We want to build on top of the sample, but you don't have to murder it. A lot of times, unfortunately, just due to ego, it happens. We kind of can get the idea that we want to know that it's ours. If someone listens to the beat, we want them to know that we made the beat, that they like it because we manipulated the beat. So anyway, so that's the first part, and then there's a B version of the chorus where this next instrument comes in. Sounds like this. Well, let's solo it. Sounds so nice. And again, I might have some footage of me playing this just without sound, but that was very fun to play. So I played this, and then this part I kind of added, moved around myself a little bit. Ooh, that sounds so nice. So with the beat, sounds like this. Right? And then obviously it's turned down. So I'm going to go here and turn those down. Just right there in the cut. All right, so nice. So I added that to the B version of the to the verse. And then for the chorus, I took out this bass element, but I wanted another sound. I kind of wanted to change up the melody. But because this is a sample, I can't manipulate this too much. So I added these elements here. These two sound like this. If I go here, turn the volume for it up, solo this. I played that again, just, I think I might have footage of that, but played that on the keys. And then same with this. Oh, actually, let's take that back to its original state. And then this sounds like this. Right, and that's just some color to accompany that main sound well. Sounds like this with the chorus. And for both of these sounds, I have them going to this send channel, this effect sends, and there's some Valhalla, micro shift, some, and then a compressor. And then only for the pluck, there's a delay, which I'm using Echo Boy to do a ping pong delay, and a compressor to kind of make it do what it needs to do. Right, and I just have that down, turned down. All right, so that's that. I believe that is all with the melodic information. That's how I built onto the original sample, which again sounds like this. And we got it to sound like this. Cool. Um, and was this supposed to be turned down more? I feel like it was. All right, cool. So that's that. And so what how did we get this um how do we make this hi-hat loop our own? So what I first wanted to do was I wanted to add this perk layer. So I first wanted to add actually I didn't add this perk. So I first wanted to add a snare and a kick, right? To kind of go along with the melody and the in this perk or this hi-hat loop. Just found a groove and I put it in there. I sometimes will do kicks 4 on the floor. Other times I like them spaced out. Right, so that's that. And then the next thing I did was I wanted to add on to this this loop here. So I added some more perks. I want to show you what this sounded like before. I added these effects. Right, so that's what that sounds like. So outside of turning the volume down, I added this tall reverb, which I always add to stuff just to kind of wash it out, put it in the back. And the reason I like this reverb for that is because it has separate dry and wet knobs, which allows me to take some of that dry off while maintaining a different value for the wet, which gives me that effect of pushing that sound in the back. And then I have this Galaxy tape echo, which is kind of giving it an echo effect. So then just turn it down to taste. All right, so I did that, and then the next thing I did was I added this hi-hat. Or did I add this open hi-hat? Maybe I added this open hi-hat next. Right? And that's kind of following the kick a little bit. All right, so then I have that going on. And then I added this hi-hat. And with this hi-hat, I wanted it to play in between these transients of the loop to kind of give it a off-beat feel or on a different beat. Right? Like this, it's making this groove and this bounce come really alive. Lastly, outside of this crash, that's over here. So that's what's happening there. All right, so next what we have going on are these toms. So I wanted like add more to that bounce. So I wanted some toms in there. I played this on the piano or like on MIDI. I put the sample in and then just played it. And I believe we have the sample. Yep. Cool. So this sounds like this. kind of have it panning left and right with this auto pan plugin. And then the original, this is the same tom, the original transient or audio file, to kind of give it that offbeat feel again. And then with everything, and then it at its normal its normal volume sounds like this. Yeah. So that's simple. There's nothing else going on. But to that original sample of just one guitar sample, one percussion sample, I didn't add much to it. I added about, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other drum sounds, and then layered the original sample with the same chord melody twice, and then a bass line, another melody that played for a B section, and then alternative melody for the chorus. That's pretty much all that's going on. And that took it from what you saw originally there, those two samples, to here. And one last listen, this is what it all sounds like. So I have been Opan. Thank you so much for watching. And again, like, subscribe, comment, put the video in your mom's fridge. It all helps. And one last listen, this is what it all sounds like.